Whenever I talk about science, whenever I talk about research, I really get kind of giddy, and being in a lab setting kind of makes me kind of like all tingly. I want the opportunity to expose other people to this amazing world.
On December 16, 2010, leaders of the Black Treatment Advocates Network, or BTAN, students from the African American HIV University, or AHOO, and Black AIDS Institute staff and board members were invited to the International AIDS Vaccine Initiative's Vaccine Design and Development Laboratory in Brooklyn, New York, the only facility in the world dedicated solely to AIDS vaccine research.
We need to bring the science, we need to connect the science of HIV to the lives of those most impacted.
The Iavi tour gave BTAN members and AHOO leaders a chance to really get to know how AIDS vaccine research works and dispel myths that it is being developed in some secretive fashion.
We thought it was an opportunity to show them the exciting work that we're doing, and we look forward to having more groups come through an additional conversation.
The day began with presentations by Iavi, followed by an engaging panel discussion.
It's important that Iavi, for example, is inviting people in today. You know, we have what's been called the ivory tower, and sometimes that tower has a moat around it. And people really don't know what goes on in those labs, in those environments, and so they make it up.
You know, last year's data from Kaiser shows that 1 out of 3 black people and 1 out of 4 white people think a vaccine already exists.
It is important as an advocate to see someone on the front lines of the vaccination, to see the researchers actually believing in what they are doing on a day-to-day basis.
It's surprising to me somewhat that we have to defend our investments in vaccine research, but we believe that's an important part of what we need to do as a nation and as the world going forward to end this epidemic.
But our goal should be to get rid of this terrible disease, not to have the next generation fear that if they have sex, they might die from it.
We need to be involved as volunteers. We need to be involved in science as the scientists. We need to be involved in the folks who are evaluating the science. And we need to be involved in the folks who are reporting out.
The information that African Americans, especially African American men, need to get more involved in clinical trials. You know, to gain that trust issue back will be one of the things that I will take back to the state of Mississippi and the people that I'm involved with.
You need politicians to act and do something they normally don't do, which is to think longer term rather than short term. We have an emergency today in your communities around the world. We have people dying. We need to get treatment to them. We have to get the best of the prevention out there. But if we don't invest in the longer term research, we will never end this disease.
Now I think I have a better understanding of how the vaccine works, what it does. Questions come up in the community and it's like, okay, there's a vaccine that's available. Is it not? Where is it at? Does it work? I was never able to have that conversation before today. I never felt confident in doing it. But now it's like I can go out into the community and be able to say, well, this is what the studies are doing.
In partnership with organizations like Iavi, we hope to bring science closer to the community and the community closer to science, to advocate for the need of better prevention tools. Only then can we reach the dream, a world without HIV.